Everyone wants to live by the beach. At the very least, a beachside lifestyle is sought after for retirement. When we think about the United States retirement, we think of Florida. But we found, since moving to Europe, there are far more beaches in the world than just Florida, and they aren't only for the wealthy to enjoy. The whole coastline of Portugal is known for excellent beaches. Today, we want to talk about that. Join us as we explore the Algarve and more. Bom dia! Have you ever dreamed of moving abroad? Wondered how you would do it and whether such a big change is worth it? Then you have found the right channel. With people constantly looking for their next adventure, we want to show the adventures we've embarked on so others can learn from our journey. I am Alan. My wife Leslie, son Wolf and I are from the Midwest in the United States. We now live on the beautiful island of Madeira, Portugal, one of the greatest adventures of our lives. Subscribe to learn from our journey as you work to navigate your own. It'll be fun. Vai ser divertido. We have lived in Portugal for well over 2.5 years now. Our home is the beautiful island of Madeira, with beautiful mountains and ocean all around. But what the island isn't so good at is long, sandy beaches. There are a few sandy spots for sure, but they aren't the main attraction. We've made many trips to the mainland since we got here, and there are many more to make. Lisbon, Porto, Douro Valley, they are all great. Recently, we made a driving trip through southern Portugal. We stayed in the Algarve and enjoyed many wonderful beaches there. It was beautiful and the food was good. So let's go over what it would be like to live on the mainland of Portugal in the Algarve. Almost every time we leave the island, it starts with a flight to Lisbon. This time, we hopped off the plane, grabbed a coffee, and picked up a rental car. Driving the mainland of Portugal is nice. It reminds us of home. Did you know cork trees are a type of oak? The cork farms make for beautiful scenery in the rolling hills. And as great as it is driving our VW Beetle all the time, we loved our rental car. Actually, we'd like to recommend Discover Cars. We use them many times now, and they're helpful, friendly, consistent, and the cars always take us on whatever great adventure that we have planned. Lisbon, Evora, Algarve, Cascais, and back to Lisbon. I can't recommend Discover Cars more. If you need a car for your next adventure, please use our affiliate link for them in the description of our video. We would greatly appreciate it. After stopping in Evora briefly, we arrived in the Algarve. One of the first things we noticed, and we felt it in Evora too, was there weren't a lot of true locals. A lot of the restaurants are staffed by people who drive into town, and most people you see there are on a trip. You can expect roughly 20% of the people to be local Portuguese. The Algarve, due to being a beautiful place known for beaches and good weather, is highly frequented by snowbirds, vacationers, and the like. That being said, with the Algarve spanning such a large area, the whole south of Portugal, it's not impossible to find a slower place to live. Are you ready to move abroad? We are here to help. Please join us on Patreon and hop on over to our website and stay up to date by signing up for our newsletter at www.it'llbefunretirement.com. On our trip, we stayed in Carvoeiro. We enjoyed access to many beaches, some tucked away in caves, all along the coast. The lovely towns made for excellent places to sit for a meal, and costs for food at a cafe back off the water's edge were great. The easygoing nature of the area wasn't stolen by the plethora of tourists, and a nice walk along the cliffside boardwalk was enjoyable and calm. We did notice that there are always tour boats in the water. So, while one can relax and hang out at the beaches, you can't expect to see boats come by at least at most of the beaches and the cave hideaways. The sand is just as amazing as you've heard, and it's clear why the area is so popular. Ultimately, the nice weather means that there should be no time of the year that can't be enjoyed. As for the cost of living, the notable things about the Algarve are it's in Portugal, it's popular for tourism, and it's mostly coastal. In most cases, you'd expect the prices to be very high, and although a big 3-bedroom place in the nice area of Faro is going to cost you, it's reasonable to shoot for a 2-bedroom apartment at around 12 to 1600 euros a month elsewhere in the Algarve. When you factor in all other costs, you could absolutely live in the Algarve for under 3,000 euros a month. As for the other things to enjoy in the area, as we mentioned earlier, the gorgeous beaches, the boat tours, and good food. The Algarve is great for sunbathing, swimming, surfing, and anything you can do on the coast. But the Algarve isn't just a coastline. Portugal as a whole is known for its wine, and when you pull back from the coast a little bit, that's what you find. Lovely vineyards dot the landscape, and the countryside is gorgeous. Portugal is a beautiful country with rolling hills, old castle towns, and lovely national parks. For those from the United States, another bonus would be far better access to Europe and the wondrous adventures to be found all over the continent. However, today's focus isn't only on the Algarve. I mentioned at the start that we would talk about the coastline and beaches in Portugal. You probably know of Lisbon and Porto, Portugal's 2 biggest cities. Both of these cities are on the coast, which begs the question, where do the people who live in these large cities go to for if they want a beach? Well, in the case of Lisbon, a very popular vacation destination is Cascais. Cascais is a lovely coastal city just outside of Lisbon. The city has great food and lovely beaches. With the amazing bus tours, trains, and tightness of the town center, you may not need a car to enjoy living in the area. Cascais and its surroundings offer a slow pace of life, exciting adventures, close proximity to a large city. We love everything about mainland Portugal, and its beautiful beaches always leave us in awe. Ultimately, we enjoyed our flight back to Madeira and thought about our trip. Driving the countryside, staying in the quaint beachside towns reminded us of home in a way, and we were almost remiss to go back to Madeira. Of course, we wouldn't give up our island paradise for anything, but there was a point where the Algarve was high on our list for retirement potential. It was there for a good reason. What do you think of the Algarve? Could it be the place? It'll be fun. Até a próxima. Our Moving Abroad program is coming soon. Let us know what we can help you with. Our programs, Patreons, and affiliates are how we support this channel. They are located in the description of our videos as well as on our website and Patreon. We'd like to take a moment to thank all of our Patreon supporters. Your financial support is truly appreciated, allowing us to create new content. We hope you continue to come along with us on our new adventure. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to help us grow. The next stage in your life is a journey.